The point that we're going to drive to is that we've been using the word content marketing. I'm going to rebrand that, and I'm going to make everyone at my company begin to refer to it as world building, because that truly is what's going on. When you tune into this live broadcast and you hear my perspectives and you hear my provocations and you hear my rants and you listen to where I'm coming from and you answer for yourself the questions that I ask, there's a relationship between you and me in terms of where you're at in your journey, what problems you've got going on in your life. You have a story of your identity, a story of who you are, a story of where you're coming from, and I become a part of that storytelling to the degree that I can relate what's going on for me to you. And so in that way, in every single prospect, for every single customer, you are building a world in their mind. You are building a world for what you represent and for what you want them to believe about what's meaningful and important to you. You're creating a sense of culture around that mission that you stand for, the values that you believe in, and what's most meaningful and important to you. And when we make what we're trying to do more about that third entity, that higher cause, that more meaningful component that is more than you, more than me, but what we can achieve together, then we end up with a very compelling world in the mind of that buyer. That buyer is ultimately compelled to take action, not because of your product, not because of your services, not because of the features and the benefits, but because they're convinced that by participating in your product, in your service, in your solution, and in your story, they're gonna become more of who they are. They're gonna unlock some potential they didn't know they had. They're gonna step forward into some future potential that they hadn't visualized yet for themselves, or they hadn't computed was possible for them until they saw that possibility in their mind's eye, because of the story, because of the metaphor, because of the question, because of the provocation, because of what you believe was meaningful and how it ended up being communicated to them.